Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Millionaire Partner System.
Okay.
This is a program that claims it can help you generate passive income.
Uh-huh.
And we actually have a really detailed review from someone who went through the program,
Interesting.
which is awesome because
Yeah.
it's like a first-person account of how it worked for them.
Yeah,
So it's really insightful.
definitely.
And, like a lot of these programs that promise to help you make money online,
Yeah.
you're always kind of like, is this real or is this too good to be true?
Exactly.
So having this review is super helpful.
Yeah, and what I find interesting is that
Yeah?
this review doesn't just focus on the positive stuff, like the
Yeah.
promises and the hype. It actually starts with a scenario that I think a lot of us can relate to,
Oh, okay.
where the reviewer talks about feeling stuck in a rut, wanting a change, but constantly being bombarded by the get-rich-quick ads online.
Right.
It's almost like they're speaking directly to our own desire for, financial freedom and less stress.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't dreamed of,
Exactly.
like, making money while sitting on a beach somewhere?
Yeah.
Right. But the review goes beyond just the daydreaming
Uh-huh.
and actually gets into, like, the nuts and bolts of what it takes to actually set this system up.
Okay.
So let's unpack this Millionaire Partner System a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
The reviewer mentions that one of the things that appealed to them was the simplicity of it.
Right.
Like, no crazy tech skills required.
Got it.
And this claim that you can basically earn income on autopilot, which is like a huge draw for a lot of people, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Plus, it's created by this guy named Glenn Kosky,
Okay.
who they say is like an 8-figure entrepreneur
Wow.
who's already had success in this world.
Yeah, so you have that combination of
Yeah.
simplicity and someone who seems to have already done it.
Right,
So
exactly.
it's definitely appealing.
But the question is,
Yeah.
does it actually work?
Exactly.
So one of the first steps in the system
Yeah.
is choosing a niche.
Okay.
And the reviewer decided to go with personal development tools, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are interested in self-improvement.
Definitely.
But it seems like a pretty popular niche.
It does.
But what I'm curious about
Yeah.
is the actual setup process.
Right.
Was it as easy as they claim?
So that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because the system actually provides ready-made templates. They give you sales copy that's already written. And they even have pre-written email sequences.
That's amazing.
So it's designed to be like plug and play, basically.
So it really is like super simple.
They said the setup was surprisingly smooth
Okay.
and that even someone who's not tech savvy could figure it out.
That's encouraging.
And they were even able to make their first sale pretty quickly.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's be real.
Right.
Not every business is an instant success story. So did they hit any bumps in the road?
They did.
Uh-huh.
They were super excited about the first sale.
Yeah.
But then they hit this plateau,
Uh-huh.
and it was a bit of a reality check.
Right.
That even with a system like this, success isn't instant.
Yeah.
It still takes effort, and you have to adapt along the way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like any business venture.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be ups and downs.
Definitely.
So did they share how they dealt with those challenges?
They did.
Okay.
And this is where the community aspect of the Millionaire Partner System comes in.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of the users, including the reviewer, turned to the community forums when they ran into obstacles.
Ah, okay.
So the forums became this hub for sharing experiences, swapping tips, and learning from each other's successes and failures.
That's awesome.
It really is.
Like having that community can be so helpful,
Definitely.
especially when you're doing something like online business. So did they mention anything specific that they learned from the community?
They did.
Okay.
They talked a lot about the importance of A/B testing,
Okay.
which is basically trying out different versions of your marketing stuff
Oh, interesting.
to see what works best with your audience.
Got it.
And they even shared this anecdote from the forums
Oh, yeah.
about someone who changed just the headline on their sales page
Wow.
and saw a huge increase in conversions.
That's wild.
It's pretty cool.
So it sounds like the community is more than just a place to like vent.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an actual resource for learning and improving your strategies.
Definitely.
Now, something else that stood out to me in the review was they mentioned AI tools
Oh, yeah.
being integrated into the system.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when I first heard about AI for business,
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be super complicated and intimidating.
Totally.
But what's interesting is
Yeah.
the reviewer, who even admitted that they were skeptical at first, was actually surprised by how user-friendly the AI tools were.
Okay.
They described it as being designed for everyday people,
Right.
not just tech experts,
Ah.
which is reassuring.
Yeah.
So it seems like AI is becoming more accessible,
Yeah.
which is exciting.
Definitely.
What kinds of AI tools were they talking about?
There were two that really stood out in the review.
Okay.
The first one was an AI writing assistant
Okay.
that helped them write headlines, email subject lines, and even sales copy.
Oh, wow.
You know how some people are just really good at writing those catchy headlines?
Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those people.
All right, me neither.
So this tool was basically designed to help people like us
Exactly.
create that kind of content.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, did they actually find that the AI was effective?
They did.
Okay.
They actually shared this funny anecdote
What was it?
about how after they started using the AI,
Yeah,
their email open rates were higher than their high school math scores.
that's amazing.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. So it seems like the AI actually did help them write more engaging content.
It did.
Cool. So the AI writing assistant gets a thumbs up.
Yeah.
What about the other tool?
The other one was an AI analytics tool,
Okay.
which sounds really fancy.
Right.
But basically, it just helped them understand customer behavior better.
So instead of just guessing what their audience wants,
Exactly.
they could actually see what people were clicking on,
Yeah.
what content was resonating,
Right.
what products people were most likely to buy.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredibly valuable information.
Oh, definitely.
It's like having this virtual detective telling you what your customers are thinking.
I like that, a virtual detective.
Right. And then you can use that information to tailor your marketing.
Exactly.
Make sure you're putting your efforts in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've talked about the setup,
Yeah.
the importance of community,
Mm-hmm.
these AI tools.
Right.
What other aspects of this system did the reviewer mention?
They had this interesting experience with switching their focus. Okay.
From paid advertising
Yeah.
to organic traffic.
Okay, before we dive into that, can you quickly explain what organic traffic is?
Yeah, so organic traffic is basically visitors who find your website
Mm-hmm.
or your content naturally without you having to pay for ads.
Oh, I see.
So it's like when someone searches on Google,
Yeah.
finds your website in the results and clicks on it,
Okay.
or when they see your content on social media
Yeah.
and decide to check out your website.
Got it. So how did the reviewer embrace that approach?
Well, they started focusing on things like SEO,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for search engine optimization,
Right.
and social media marketing.
Okay.
So instead of just relying on these short bursts of paid traffic,
Yeah.
they realized that building a long-term presence online
Mm-hmm.
was a more sustainable and effective way to grow their business.
Did they give specific examples of how they did that?
They did. They talked about optimizing their blog posts
Yep.
with relevant keywords.
So that they would show up higher in search engine results.
That makes sense.
And they also emphasized building genuine connections with their audience on social media.
So it's not just about, like, shouting your message from the rooftop.
Exactly.
It's about actually creating valuable content,
Yeah.
engaging in real conversations, and building that trust and credibility.
Right.
Okay, so it seems like this Millionaire Partner System
Yeah.
offers this blend of done-for-you resources,
Uh-huh.
a supportive community,
Yeah.
and a focus on both paid and organic traffic strategies.
It does.
But is it all sunshine and rainbows?
Well, as with any business,
Yeah?
there are always going to be challenges.
Right. So did the reviewer talk about that at all?
They did. They were very honest about it.
Okay.
They said it's important to manage your expectations.
Mhm.
You have to be willing to learn and adapt.
Mhm.
And remember that success rarely happens overnight.
Which is a good reminder for anyone
Yeah.
thinking about this program or any other business. So even with a system like this,
Yeah,
you still got to put in the work.
you do.
Now I want to hear more about their experience with the community,
Okay.
because it seems like that played a big role
It did.
in their journey.
It really did.
So can you share some more insights about that?
Definitely. They shared a few examples
Okay.
where the community gave them really valuable support.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, they learned about influencer marketing
Oh, wow.
from someone else in the forums.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and they ended up trying it out themselves
Awesome.
and had some success with it.
That's so cool.
It is.
It's like having this network of mentors
Yeah.
who are all invested in each other's success.
Right.
They also mentioned the community was super helpful for troubleshooting.
Oh, that's huge.
So anytime they ran into a technical issue
Mhm.
or a roadblock,
Yeah.
they could just go to the forums for advice.
That's so helpful.
So it's like having a built-in tech support team,
It is.
but made up of people who actually understand your struggles.
Yep. Exactly.
So it sounds like the community is a really key part
Yeah.
of what makes this system stand out.
Definitely.
It's not just about the tools and resources. It's about the human connection
Right.
and the support network.
I agree.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part.
Yeah.
We've talked about the system's features,
Mm-hmm.
the reviewer's experience with setup and challenges,
Uh-huh.
and the roles of those AI tools and the community
Right.
in the next part. We're
Yeah.
going to delve deeper into their personal transformation
Okay.
and the impact the system had on their life beyond just the financial gains.
Sounds good. You know, it's fascinating how this system seems to have given the reviewer so much more than just ways to make money online.
Right. They talked about it being like this catalyst for personal growth,
Yeah.
which is super interesting.
I think it suggests this shift
Yeah.
from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance.
Oh, interesting.
Like, instead of feeling trapped by their finances, the reviewer now sees this clear path toward a life they actually want.
It's like that feeling of being empowered
Yeah.
to take control of your future and build a business that aligns with your values.
Definitely. And that resonates with a lot of people.
Oh, totally.
It speaks to that whole trend of building purpose-driven businesses.
Yeah.
People want to make a living, but they also want to make a positive impact.
Right, and feel fulfilled.
Exactly. It's not just about the money anymore.
So did this system actually give the reviewer more freedom and flexibility?
They said it did.
Okay.
They felt more free to pursue hobbies and spend time with loved ones.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's like the dream, right?
Yeah.
Having the time and resources to do what you enjoy.
I think a lot of us crave that.
Definitely. It's about that work-life balance.
Did that freedom impact other areas of their life?
It sounds like it did.
Okay.
They felt more confident and motivated in general.
Like a ripple effect.
Exactly. And the community played a part in that too.
Oh, yeah, how so?
Well, they talked about feeling a sense of belonging, knowing they weren't alone. And they even said the community helped them get through tough times.
It's like having that support system to keep you going.
Definitely.
Starting a business can be tough.
Oh, yeah.
So having that encouragement is huge.
For sure. And it reminds us that we're stronger together.
Did they mention anything about ongoing education?
Yeah, they said it's super important to keep learning and adapting.
Especially in the online world.
Right. Things are constantly changing.
Makes sense.
New platforms pop up.
Yeah.
Algorithms change. You have to stay agile.
So it's not like a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Nope.
You have to keep learning and experimenting.
Definitely.
So to recap,
Yeah.
it sounds like this system was more than just a way to make money. It helped this person grow, pursue their passions,
Yeah.
and connect with a supportive community.
It's a really interesting story.
It is.
It shows how online business can create abundance, but also lead to freedom and fulfillment.
But like with any business,
Right.
you got to be realistic,
Yeah.
put in the effort,
Definitely.
and be willing to learn.
Absolutely.
So for our listeners who are interested in this system,
Yeah.
what should we dive into next?
Let's talk about how effective the program actually was
Okay.
and any potential drawbacks the reviewer mentioned.
Got it.
And then we can compare the system to other programs out there.
That sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Stay with us, listeners, as we continue our deep dive. Okay, so we've heard a lot about the system, but the big question is, did it actually work?
Right. Like, did the reviewer actually make passive income with this system?
Exactly.
Well, based on the review, it seems like they did.
Okay, that's good.
They said they saw a steady increase in their passive income over time.
Did they share any numbers?
They didn't give specific figures,
Okay.
but they stressed that it wasn't a get-rich-quick thing.
Right, it takes time to build a business.
Exactly. They said it took consistent effort and learning.
Makes sense. But were there any downsides?
Well, they did mention a few things.
Okay, like what?
They said you have to be comfortable with marketing and sales.
Yeah, even though the system gives you templates,
Right. You still have to put yourself out there.
promote your business,
Exactly.
so it's not totally passive.
Right. You still have to be involved.
Anything else they found challenging?
They also said choosing the right niche is super important.
Okay, that makes sense.
They said they got lucky with their choice,
Yeah,
but not every niche is equally profitable.
right.
So they recommended doing your research.
Yeah,
Find something you're passionate about.
and that has a market.
Exactly.
Any tips on how to do that?
They suggested using keyword research tools
Okay.
to see what people are searching for online
Start.
and also checking out your competitors.
So even though the system provides guidance,
Yeah.
you still have to do your own homework. Now, you mentioned comparing this system to other programs.
Right?
What should people look for when they're doing that?
Well, I think the level of support is really important.
Okay, like mentorship or community forums.
Exactly, because you're going to need help along the way.
It's like having a team in your corner.
Yeah.
What else?
I think the focus on skills development is crucial.
You mean learning how to actually run a business?
Yeah, not just relying on templates.
So you can adapt to changes.
Right.
Anything else?
Look for transparency and authenticity.
Oh, you mean like realistic expectations?
Exactly. No get-rich-quick promises.
Right. Make sure it's legit.
Yeah.
And finally,
Yeah.
I think it's got to align with your values.
Absolutely.
Like, does the business model feel good to you?
Yeah, find something that feels purposeful.
So to sum it all up,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like this system can potentially lead to passive income
Yeah.
and even personal growth.
But the key is to be an informed consumer
Do your research, compare programs.
and find a path that feels right for you.
Well said.
Passive income is a great goal,
Yeah.
but it takes work and dedication.
Find a program and a community that supports you.
And most importantly, don't give up on your dreams.
That's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was fun.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing those dreams. If